You know, the small to medium-sized nonprofits, staff, they wear multiple hats, right? Usually, one of those folks is also wearing an ID pocket protector. But that doesn't mean they don't have 100 other things on their plate that they need to deal with. We recognize this. So Grassroots' role, what we decided our mission is we want to help these folks. And we could do that huge variety of ways. You know that there's tons of folks out there helping them with specific technology needs, hardware needs, variety. But our thought is, if we help them with online applications, we put everything up there for them, we host it, we configure it, we do all that techie stuff that they really don't want to do, then their impact can be great with themselves online. If we make it easy, that's the other key. It's got to be easy. So that's what we're doing. That's the Grassroots Toolbox. Our goal, we're going to serve 10,000 nonprofits. We're going to save them each $10,000 in services. I know, that's crazy. Our intent, though, is the Grassroots Toolbox. Here's the first version. So everybody says, okay, what's in it? The first version is free already also. Search engine optimization for nonprofits. We have professional consultants who are helping us with this. We just launched that, seo.grassroots.org. If you want to check it out. It's almost done. If you want to find Dave right later, we'll show you the pre-alpha. As long as you're really nice, because I swear it's only pre-alpha. Lastly, so that's version 1, right? Version 2 then is huge. CMS for nonprofits. We're going to use Drupal. That's going to be a way big deal. So right now we're looking at getting version 1 out. But there's still a piece we're missing on version 1. And that is how it ties all together. What we're calling the provisioning and client intake system. That's huge. That's why this whole thing is different than anybody else's projects for nonprofits. One username and password, being able to get it all in one place. But you know the back end on that? Oh, complicated. A little bit expensive too. So, sustainability for us, it's about scalability. Serving 10,000 nonprofits sounds kind of expensive, right? But we understand that. So what are we looking at? We're looking at how to make it cheap, save us money. That provisioning system I talked about, the way we have it laid out, is to fully automate everything. And to set it up so that if we want to add tools in the future, we're ready for them. The whole thing doesn't have to be overhauled. That would be a huge mess. Secondly, the training, the support, the trouble ticket system, everything's online. The existing applications that we have right now, a lot of them are open source. If we're building something, somebody's doing it for us. So far, we're looking at very little development dollars. We have this ability of convincing for-profits they want to help us. Awesome. The tech services that we're doing right now, we're not doing any of that ourselves. The website hosting, the first year of domain registration, others do that for us. Why do they do that for us? Because they see the social benefit. They see why they should do that. They know that if they help us, we can then impact all of these nonprofits into being able to promote themselves online and get to their clients and their funders and their constituents.
And I'm Linda Alapin, founding director of the Global Women's Leadership Network. Women are the largest untapped talent pool in the world. Women stepping into their leadership in cities and villages around the globe are the secret ingredient. 70% of the people in Turkey have cell phones. You dial 1-800-GWLN. You say micro-lending, growth, and tips. And within a few minutes, maybe seconds we're hoping, you're listening to tips on how to run a visioning session for your village enterprises. This is not a pipe dream. This can be a reality in the next few years. Global Women's Leadership Network is dedicated to igniting a new future for humanity by unleashing women's leadership worldwide. In the last 3 years, we have brought together women for intensive leadership training. We've trained, by the end of the summer, 55 women from 18 countries all over the world. And they are attacking those problems at the bottom of the pyramid, from educating women and children in Malawi, to supplying information to tropical networks, to putting women on land in Uganda, the HIV/AIDS widows. They're not dwelling on the problems of 1 in 16 women dying in childbirth in Africa, or the 15% literacy rate of women in Afghanistan. They're reaching out and they're solving real problems. Unfortunately, face-to-face training is too expensive, too labor-intensive, and too slow for the kinds of change that we really want to see happen. So we're here today to talk about an electronic network, a vibrant electronic network that will in fact bring continuous mentoring and coaching and support and collaboration to women throughout the world of this project. I'm not sure that we can really describe it. I want to give you one example of one woman who came through the program 2 years ago. Her name is Almacote de Yanez. She's head of a foundation in Nogales, Sonora, Mexico, a very poor border town. Alma's project when she came was to find one computer to put into the library for the 30 NGOs to share. She left here, and 7 weeks later, she had 27 computers in place for the 30 NGOs that she mentors in Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. And then she provided computer training, and then through the university, training in English. And in 20 days, she will be hosting a visioning session for 80 indigenous leaders from Nogales, Sonora, Mexico. She is building a community of commitment, and that is what we really want to build worldwide. What do we need? Well, we need technical expertise. We are not technicians. As you've heard throughout this conference, we're people that know more. We know about leadership. We want to combine what we know about leadership with leading edge technologies that can really bring it within easy reach. I wanted to call our project Easy Reach. Easy Reach, leadership within easy reach of all the women of the world. We have a model. The model is that we will bring that. We will go into regions. We are going to Turkey in 2 weeks to talk to potential regional partners. They will do localization of the curriculum that we provide. They will do translation. They will be really the connection, if you will, from the cities into the villages. So we know that that can happen. We have some unbelievable assets that we've built so far. First of all is our wonderful sponsor, Santa Clara University. Santa Clara University does not provide us with funding, but they provide us with their brand recognition, their faculty and staff support, website hosting. They really provided us with some things that, to use a standard term here, are really priceless in terms of their support. We have a leadership group. Our 10 core team members have over 550 years of experience in business, not-for-profit, international development, and education. And our network grows every day. Thanks to NetSquare, I know we have 2 additional supporters here. And finally, we have our fundraising capability. We have raised over $500,000 so far. So what I ask is we need expertise. We need technical expertise. The quality of women's leadership is equal to the quality of life on our planet. Thank you very much.
It's an honor for us to be here today. And once this is really about all of us, I would like to take a moment to really appreciate who is in this room today. Look around. Look around you, look to your right, and notice that we are all here committed to the same thing, which is really social change. We are a movement that is reimagining the world. This movement extends so far beyond those walls. It is literally, there are literally hundreds of thousands of organizations working towards social justice and environmental restoration. They are working on climate change, human rights, conservation, hunger, water, poverty, and many more.
The collective impact of these efforts is powerful beyond belief, and yet in many ways remains unseen. Despite its breadth and its depth, this movement that we're talking about is disconnected in some really critical ways, which is limiting each of our effectiveness to really address the environmental and social challenges we face as a global community. Our success is undermined by duplicative efforts, poor connectivity, and missed opportunities for collaboration. These are the symptoms of not knowing who is working on what and where, and ways that various projects can see their alignment. Both these challenges and the opportunities they've created call for a new system of awareness, support, communication, and collaboration. And that's essentially what WISE